Thank you for attending my PowerPoint presentation about Argentina, ultimate villain of World Cup. The ultimate movie villains. Let's face it, every great movie needs a proper villain. Star Wars has Darth Vader, Harry Potter has Voldemort, and the FIFA World Cup has Argentina. If you look up the words peace and quiet in the dictionary, you definitely won't find a picture of the Argentine national team. They don't just play football, they bring a whole circus of drama, noise, and enough tactical sass to make a reality TV star blush. For neutral fans, watching Argentina play is like watching that one spoiled kid at a birthday party who somehow convinces everyone that they should get to blow out the candles on someone else's cake. And then there's the giant elephant in the stadium, the accidental bias. It's almost impressive how the football gods, and by gods we mean the referees, seem to suddenly lose their whistles whenever Argentina is in the opponent's penalty box. If a rival player gets breathed on too hard, boom, penalty for Argentina. If Lionel Messi gets a gentle breeze on his shoulder, instant yellow card for the defender, a 3-match ban, and a formal written apology from FIFA. It has reached a point where rival fans half expect the referee to run over and celebrate the goals with them just to save time on the VAR check. But the real reason everyone loves to hate them isn't just the referee luck. It's because Argentina absolutely loves being the bad guys. They don't just win games, they execute what experts call premium-grade shithousery. We're talking about blasting the ball directly into the opponent's bench, taunting players during handshakes, and goalkeepers dancing like they've won the lottery after saving a routine penalty. While other countries are trying to win the Fair Play Award, Argentina is busy printing out most wanted posters of themselves, feeding on the absolute tears of opposing fan bases like it's a premium energy drink. So as we dive into this presentation, let's leave our polite, neutral hats at the door. We are here to talk about the team everyone hates to play, the squad that successfully turned world football into a chaotic telenovela, and the undisputed champions of getting under everyone's skin. Whether they're really favored by FIFA or rather fans are just jealous, one thing is certain: a World Cup without Argentina would be way more peaceful, but it would also be incredibly boring. Let's look at how they became the ultimate heels of the beautiful game. The origin of the villain. Every great supervillain needs a proper origin story. For Argentina's current era, that story officially starts in Qatar 2022. Now, we all know they ended up winning the trophy, but let's talk about their journey to the penalty spot. During that tournament, Argentina was awarded 5 penalties in 7 games. 5, that is not a football tournament, that is a subscription service. It got to the point where rival fans genuinely believed Lionel Messi had a FIFA loyalty card, like, if he took 4 penalties, the 5th one was free. If a defender so much as looked at an Argentinian player's haircut inside the box, the referee was already blowing the whistle. But the absolute peak of their villain transformation happened in Battle of Lucille, the quarterfinal against the Netherlands. This wasn't a football match, it was a reality TV drama mixed with a WWE Royal Rumble. The referee handed out 18 yellow cards. 18, he was handing them out like flyers for a nightclub. The tension was so high you could cut it with a knife, and Argentina was more than happy to provide the butter knife to stir the pot. The ultimate moment of chaos came when Leandro Paredes made a sliding tackle, decided that wasn't dramatic enough, and then stood up and blasted the ball directly into the Dutch dugout at point-blank range. The entire Dutch bench emptied so fast you would have thought they were giving out free food. It was pure, unfiltered chaos, and the Argentinians were absolutely loving every second of it. And the banter didn't even stop when the game ended. After winning the penalty shootout, instead of celebrating with their fans, the entire Argentinian squad turned around to run past the devastated Dutch players, pulling faces and mocking them. Even Lionel Messi, usually the quietest, most polite guy on earth, walked up to the Dutch manager to taunt him, and later interrupted his own live TV interview to call a Dutch a bobo, which basically means idiot. When even Messi starts talking trash on live television, you know the villain arc is complete. Current World Cup drama versus Egypt. Alright, fast forward to the current World Cup, and the drama has officially entered the new era. Enter Egypt, led by Mohamed Salah, who apparently did not read the script that said they were supposed to lose. In the round of 16, Egypt decides to play some absolute prime football and runs out to a shocking 2-0 lead. To make things even more cinematic, Lionel Messi actually misses a penalty. The entire internet is popping champagne. Neutral fans are rejoicing, thinking, yes, the villain is finally going down. But behind the scenes, you could practically hear the collective heart attack happening at FIFA headquarters. The memes on social media were out of control, especially those viral, though fake, pictures of FIFA President Gianni Infantino biting his fist and holding his head in pure panic, looking like a TV producer who just realized they might accidentally kill off the main character in the first episode of a highly rated show. The panic was real, and the football gods knew they had to act fast. An act they did with the help of everyone's favorite plot device, VAR. Egypt scored what looked like a goal, only for the referee to travel back in time, pull out a microscope, and rule it out because of a tiny, gentle breeze of a foul that happened way earlier in the build-up. Then, to keep things spicy, Egypt had two massive, clear-cut penalty claims completely waved away. Apparently, in the referee's rulebook, taking down an Egyptian player inside the box is just called expressive, passionate defending. With Egypt successfully deflated and fuming, Argentina did what they do best. They woke up and chose violence. They rattled off 3 goals in just 11 minutes, Romero, Messi and Enzo Fernandez with the stoppage-time dagger to win 3-2. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a certified Atlanta heist. Once again, Argentina escaped, Egypt's coaching staff got red cards, and neutral fans were left fuming on Twitter, proving that no matter the year, they will always find a way to survive. Evidence of favoritism. Now, if you ask an Argentina fan about all these penalties, they'll tell you it's just masterclass positioning. But if you ask anyone else, they'll tell you the evidence of favoritism is louder than an Argentine stadium. It's not just that they get penalties, it's how they get them. It's like the referee has a special sensor that only detects gravity when an Argentine player enters the box. Meanwhile, on the other end of the pitch, rival strikers are getting practically suplexed to the ground, and the referee is just standing there like, looks like a clean, enthusiastic hug to me, play on. But the real comedy gold of this favoritism story comes straight from the very top. Enter FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Now, a FIFA president is supposed to be the ultimate neutral judge, like a high court referee. But Infantino behaves less like a president and more like the founder, president, and treasurer of the Lionel Messi fan club. He has spent years openly admitting that it would be a tragedy if Messi didn't win everything. At this point, we wouldn't even be shocked if Infantino's official suit has an Argentina jersey stitched on the inside just in case of an emergency celebration. And the slip-ups are getting hilariously obvious. Just recently on live television, after Argentina barely survived a massive scare and needed a late miracle against Cape Verde to advance, Infantino was interviewed by an Argentine journalist. He literally looked at the camera and said, "I suffered so much for Argentina today." He realized what he said almost instantly, panicked, and started backtracking like a clumsy defender, mumbling about how he is actually totally neutral. Too late, Gianni, the cat is out of the bag. You didn't just let the cat out, you gave the cat an Argentina scarf. So is there a conspiracy? Look, we can't prove FIFA has a secret script written in sky blue ink. But when the head of the entire organization is openly losing sleep and suffering over your match results, you don't exactly have to be Sherlock Holmes to see why neutral fans feel like the game is slightly tilted. Argentina doesn't just play against 11 men. Sometimes it feels like they've got the entire FIFA board room playing high-altitude defense for them. The dark arts of Argentina. So how does a team cope when the entire football world is collectively praying for their downfall? Simple, they don't cope, they celebrate it. Most teams want to be loved, they want to win the FIFA Fair Play award and get nice, polite applause from neutrals, not Argentina. They looked at the role of the hated villain and said, yes, please, we'll take 2 of those. They don't just tolerate the hostility, they treat it like a 5-star spa day. To understand their psychology, we have to talk about their absolute masterpiece, the mental breakdown of their opponents. Playing Argentina is not just a test of your football skills, it's a test of your anger management. They are masters of tactical delays, accidental on-purpose bumps, and crowding the referee until he forgets his own name. If you play them, they will find your emotional buttons and press them repeatedly like a toddler on an elevator. By the 70th minute, you're so busy wanting to fight them that you completely forget you're supposed to be playing football. And at the center of this psychological circus is their goalkeeper Emiliano Dibu Martinez. This man is not just a goalkeeper, he is a professional instigator. During penalty shootouts, he doesn't just try to save the ball. He throws the ball away, does little shoulder shakes, talks trash directly to the penalty taker, and if he saves it, he hits you with a dance that looks like a happy penguin at a rave. He is so beautifully, unapologetically toxic that opposing fans want to throw their TVs out the window, while Argentinian fans want to build him a statue. This us against the world mentality is what makes them so incredibly dangerous. When you boo them in the stadium, you aren't intimidating them, you are charging their batteries. They take all that negative energy, turn it into high-octane emotional fuel, and use it to play with an aggressive, brotherhood-style intensity that is almost impossible to break. They are the ultimate villains because they don't want your respect, they want your tears. Conclusion. So where does all this leave us? Is Argentina actually a corrupt, heavily protected squad of rule-breaking villains, or are they just a masterfully competitive group of athletes who know exactly how to play the game on and off the pitch? The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, wrapped in a sky blue and white flag and dancing wildly on top of a crossbar. At the end of the day, Argentina has done something truly spectacular. They have made world football incredibly exciting. Every single sport needs a good bad guy. We need a team that we can collectively yell at on our television screens, a squad that turns a standard group stage match into high-octane dramatic theater. Love them or hate them, you cannot look away when they play. They are the spice in the football soup. Without their drama, without their shithousery, and without their chaotic energy, the World Cup would just be a polite tournament of athletes shaking hands and exchanging jerseys. It would be nice, it would be fair, and it would be a fantastic cure for insomnia. Argentina brings the passion, the rage, and the pure, unfiltered theater that makes us love this sport in the first place. So the next time you see Martinez doing a ridiculous dance or Argentina getting their third penalty of the match, don't get mad. Just sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. Because whether they are winning trophies or getting under our skin, the Albiceleste will always be the ultimate, unapologetic heels of the beautiful game. Thank you.